Hey TLC, good evening. Week 10, B90X. We're in the New Testament. Have you been jonesing for some New Testament? Like jonesing for some Timothy. You know what I mean? Just a little light reading, good reading. We're in the Gospels right now, and something that I noticed though when we transitioned from Malachi to the New Testament, there were 400 years. They call it the silent years, the theological term, from Malachi to the Gospels. But it hit me, when I thought of that term, that remember back in Egypt, in Exodus, there was a prince there called Moses, and he was a captured. Well, he was an Israelite that was saved by the princess raised in the palace, and for this time he was a savior, for the Israelites. They didn't recognize him as that, though. They recognized him as someone who represented the Egyptian authority because he was a prince of Egypt. So when he popped onto the scene and actually killed another Egyptian because he was abusing another Israelite, the Israelites kind of bucked him down a little bit and said, "Who are you to rule over us? Are you going to kill us too?" And so he kind of got scared and ran away. So they didn't recognize their savior right away, right? And by the way, they were in Egypt 400 years, okay? God not talking to them. So silent years, 400 silent years. So then out of Malachi, these guys were in captivity. The Babylonians had them. And so silent years again until they needed a savior. And his name was Jesus. Come on, it was the same setup. Again, God was showing them something from a picture of their past, so that, again, just another example of them recognizing Jesus. And they didn't receive him either. So I wonder, how long do we need God to be silent in our life before we recognize him as Savior? Because when they proclaimed him to the shepherds in the field, the angels came and says, "To you this day in the city of David, a Savior was born." Not a king, not Messiah, not any of the names that we use today or lump him under a category. He was sent to us as our Savior, and they didn't recognize him. So TLC, God's wanting to talk, so recognize him as your Savior.